There we go. Do a little intro. What for YouTube, this is the continuation from like the last stream, which is like just the same stream. I'm just dividing it so that it's easy to watch. So yeah, I still have time before work, so I might as well play this for like a noir story. Great Trickster, character story. Let's go. Opening. The art of storytelling in film began the moment directors realized the audience could weave meaning between scenes.
Thus came in the technique of montage.
Noir's mansion. I mean, makes sense. It's probably rich. Delicate blue light sculpts the edge of Noir's cheekbone, and her eyes in the reflection of a glowing screen. One sound was only a dream, then a distant companion of work until sound and image became inseparable, and now we live in an era of digital editing. The screen's flashes reflected Noir's eyes. What will come next? Movies projected straight from my mind to the audience, or visuals seamlessly streamed to theirs. Beneath the rapid flicker of the convex screen lies a colorful composition formed by thousands of units, stored faintly along the curved glass. Noir sliced the cursor with precision, placing a clip neatly onto the editing timeline. The tools get slicker with more of a story. It's the same old song we've always sung. Trim, select, position. Right.
Try as we might to disguise it, stories are just lies with good marketing.
True. Technically it's. Beneath a crescendo of keystrokes and mouse movements, Noir's pointer shifts video segments from one track to another. On screen, the man's tear-streaked face hangs in the delicate bands between despair over death and elation over rebirth. Let me check. Making sure. Everything's fine. Nothing weird. Let me check. Death and elation over rebirth. Let me check. Death and elation over rebirth. Let me check. Death and elation over rebirth. That is echoey. That is echoey. I think that's fine. The voice isn't that good, obviously. You all know the blackest point. Anyways, let's continue. I read. Oh, something sparked. That's not good. A single crisp noise, and then all is dark. Oh yeah, I should change it. Change it, or change it for younger. No more. Oh. Interesting. That's it, yeah. Let me make sure. Hmm? Did I miss something? Oh. Mansion is also repeated. There is nothing in the silence, nothing but the dark. The fan keeps spinning for a moment longer, dwindling to a stop under its own inertia. A blackout? Oh yeah, a blackout. The river outside is a curtain of darkness. At least that confirmation call saves her the trouble of another breaker box routine. Damn it, the footage is just cut. The footage I just cut. Don't tell me it's all lost. There's no way this software doesn't autosave it. So this is because of new tech, cutting edge, but unreliable when it really matters. I guess every solution starts off as a band-aid for disaster. Is the person trying it? Thank God it was just some test footage for an actual film. Noir drums her fingertips on the rim of her wheel. The sharp clicks and soft reverberations grounding her. Remind her not to linger too long in hypotheticals. If this were an actual film, I'll be hitting tape every few minutes just to keep sane. After composing herself, Noir tips to one side, her voice calm and low as she speaks to the wheelchair.
Hagabina.
Let's roll on over to Noir's set. Two puppets on either side of her wheels move deftly in response, ushering Noir to her studio. Noir's set, as she calls it. Using her arcane footwear. Red. Oh, I forgot. I didn't even start yet. Yeah, stage 1. Red. Where are we? Cliff. Even the pitch dark, Noir managed her way into the studio with ease. We check. We're checking stuff. Paranoid as ever. Even the pitch dark. Wait. I read already, right? Yeah, I did. Film studio in her house. Zing. Zing. Spare generation. Teal. Do. Get the lights. Talking to the puppets. The trio puppet gang. Three up in the wheelchair. There are small animated figures noisily before the miniature. Shadow shift split to the darkness with the generator now humming. One of them was this one. Pup fumbles in the darkness, misaligning its aim. The spotlight beams into Noir's eyes, still fired from a lack of light. This. Reacting on impulse, Noir raises her head as the light. Her displeasure saturates the pup's wooden minds like a spoke. First, the spotlight, the puppet Atsu trips over the complex mesh of wires in the shadows, setting off a cascade of light. Dominoes collect in the dark. Chaos builds with each moment careening to disaster. Sado. The other puppets freeze on the spot, their wooden limbs stiff with hesitation, while Adil, overwhelmed, twists and wreathes on the floor. Its non-existent wooden spine bending in imagined distress. Noir has twisted away from the lamp as she slowly allows her eyes to adjust to the red twilight. Oh, surrounded by vivid red, Noir's gaze logs onto the clear divide between her dark silhouette and the glowing wall. Red is blood and passion. It's also the fading light of dusk, the fires of damnation and the tenderness what the tenderest that's her mind now alight with ideas flowing seamlessly into the fiery crimson sea. Kata. The confusion clouding Alcim's mind faced as it figures out how to move its own body. Seems unsure how whether it should rectify its mistake. Stop. Alcim's extended hand is suspended in the air and the red light's edge swirls around her shadow. Flames, fire, the genesis of civilization. Creation and destruction, and the sight, they are unstoppable. Wow, let's remind one. Drinking in the vivid singular breeze. Catching the ripples of her delight as you float over lies flames for desire, swelling and rising or becoming. She traced the curves of her hand, imagining a tiny fire resting within her. This fire is what is currently burning. Red in 1980. It's kind of rosy and red. To be fair, if it's actual red, it would probably burn my eyes. No, teasing. Was it? No, just teaching. Was it? Well, I'll be damned. You're actually a professional setup. Yeah, you've actually got a professional setup going on here. Perversion and teaching enter behind Noir. The still air the room is punctuated by the soft clack of teasing's lollipop tapping her teeth. The sound feels heavy, as if dropping on the floor before it can travel any further. Spare boxes, positive lights, buttons, to deal with all the stuff. Rock? Question mark. Teasing's eyes sweep across the room, finding little to be impressed. And it comes to hover over its own machinery. She gives it a curious tap before her fingers inch toward the inviting buttons. This stuff costs more than most people make it in a lifetime. Teaching stops hovering fingers over the tempting buttons. It's probably best if you don't touch anything. It might be a good idea to put on some stickers while you're in here. Safety dog. Tugs on Teaching's clothing, tilting her head up so that it nearly rests on her shoulder. Being shorter, if just barely, she always finds herself tilting her head up towards her. She avoids meeting Teaching's eyes. Slippers are by the door. They're disinfected. Grab any pair that fits. Teaching scans her eyes over a cabinet filled with identical white slippers. Her virgin, accustomed to the routine, trades her boots for slippers and sets her footwear by the door. You must get a lot of traffic here to have all of those things. There always seems to be someone that needs to go over things here. Noir strides over to the printer, looking back with a pop smile. Let me guess, it's the script game, right? Going to need it. So we also do up in our copy. Carissa, you go through the news and jot it down on it. Of course. Teaching casts a sharp look at Noir before following Teresa to the slipper rack, giving no thought to the size. So you said you make movies. Anything I would have seen. Do any of those posters look familiar to you? Noir replied this with condensation. Their attention feels like a rubber band about to snap. Every intention of ignoring the posters, she leaned over to the devices near her, trying to decipher their English labels. scans them then methodically for arriving at a particular oddity.
呢個係
Is this a handheld camera? Always the same. Takes the bulky handheld camera and turns it over in her hands, scrutinizing it all in once. Just the first camera I ever bought. It's been with me for more than a decade. I've never had the heart to let it go. A decade. Jishing looks up with unconcealed astonishment. Cameras like this have only just started showing up in the local markets. It's a Super 8 camera. I think I was 60 when I got it. You've been shooting movies since you were a kid? Oh, more noise. Huh. That's around the same age I started writing scripts. About 15 or 16. They're about the same age. To go that far back then. She places the camera down delicately as if it prices 50. No. They met at school, right? No, at college. Actually, we met at university. We were in the same class. So, Qixing returns to the camera before shooting back to the duo as they set out their papers. I would have just been another girl pouring drinks at a street corner business. Making movies was never even on my
我
radar
只係
until I happened to be here to scare off some creep trying to hit on a girl. Now you two weirdos are telling me I'm the lead actress here. She eyes them from head to toe, back again, trying her best to conceal her real thoughts. She bridges the lingering silence again. See? She suddenly feels the urge to withdraw into the silence. That's never been. Less than an hour ago, I stepped into a high-end park. Step out into a mansion ditched by busted-up sneakers or walk into someone else's life. I always figured life-changing moments came at you with that. Like an egg exploding in a microwave, something you could pinpoint down to a second. When was it? It's funny, once you're finally in your stride, God exactly. Excuse me, you forgot exactly where it all began. All I know is I feel like this is a whole new stage for my life. Qixing removes the light from her mouth. Keeping her composure, she turns back around, determined not to show her growing sense of envy. So, how did all this start out? Start out? You mean when did we start working together? Jen glances quickly at Noir and stood back. Not that, I mean just finding your passion and sticking with it. She had loved painting, playing the harmonica, but her passion for them always dwindled away. Struggle for survival and sustenance grew like an overinflated balloon, leaving no room for anything else in her mind. Steering clearly of her father's former cellmates. Covering rent for the month, staying alive, figuring out how to spend even less just to get by, endlessly innovating new ways to make it to the next day. She had fought every day against life, against hunger, and strict reform school teachers, while these two indulged in their hobbies, basking in the gentle warmth of privilege. Just what the world looks like behind the spotless marble walls. Someone to write, so I did, and I kept at it. Qixing waits, but Teresa seems to have less clue what to say. She works better with a pen in hand, tossing out and rewriting words until her ideas take shape.
開頭
It started as a simple slip of the tongue. More still standing there conversation. I remember my mother reading me a bedtime story. She told me that the princess shouldn't be taken by that princess. Talking about Adam and Eve or something else early. But wait, This Sleeping Beauty? No, it's Snow White. Anyways, but I couldn't help thinking, how would that even make any sense? Then the princess should be stuck in that forest with those weird bearded guys forever. The story goes for it is. Did I think it is? And then I asked myself, what if she didn't eat the apple? Then what would happen next? I imagined her fighting a bear, followed by a hunter, saving a village still fall in love with. Saving a village that still fall in love with. It's supposed to be. It's giving Red Riding Hood, and then, but also like the three bears. Yeah. The winter grows on as Noah gathers a portion of the script and turns to face easing. That's when I'm back. I mean, I should be back at least. I should be back, I believe. Don't know what happened there. Kanasha suddenly went missing, then he got back. Somehow, for some reason, I don't know. Anyways, let's continue. Sounds like you should have been a screenwriter like Little June here. Jun. Herbert Jun. Hearing someone over 10 years, her junior called her Little Jun. Her junior? Teresa feels compelled to say something, but ultimately bites back her words. Words weren't enough for me. Flipping through that fairy tale, I came to a conclusion. Pictures could carry my story farther than words ever could. But even that wasn't enough. I wanted to be taken seriously. And what was taken seriously? Movies, television mediums that captivate the masses. Each moving image adds layers of story. Then the music, each part amplifying the narrative. That's why I picked up a camera, because I want to tell my story through its lens. But even now, it still isn't enough. There's enough? Noir flips on the television. The screen depicts a reel of film burning. I've seen this before. Chasing's memories recede back to a moment in time, ducking into the dark of the movie theater to escape the father's proper acquaintances. I knew from the first time I saw it that this was more than just a movie for this guy. He's always chasing something bigger, chasing the light, chasing the shadows. His camera was pointed right at the rising sun, just as dawn grew. He wanted that shot so bad that let the sun hook his eyes and burn his film. He got his dawn, then he got him. Still, you've got to hand it to the guy.
Yun Lai.
So you are familiar with my work, Noir says as if confirming the obvious.
It was my first hit. The one that really made a name for me in the industry.
The film's last frame was a pure block of red. So all it took for people to box me into a style. You could say that the red gave me everything, but then it took. Oh no. What's the second chapter name again? Blue? Like sirens? Red and blue? Oh no, it is. Huh. The tape. Funky taping scene. Oh, what's this? Even while she sleeps, her mind and consciousness remain active, constantly engaged. Here, creativity and inventiveness take form, ready to be brought to life on waking. Now let's see if we can turn it all into reality. Tap or hold the left and right arrow buttons to move the puppet around. Know that holding down these buttons may inadvertently skip certain tutorial pop-ups. Try moving around by tapping the buttons intermediately. There's the green box covering the blue tile ahead. Try moving closer and pushing the then hold right arrow here to move until the box is pushed past the blue tile. The ground beneath your feet seems a bit different. Let's find a way to make it easier for you to proceed. Make it disappear in order to proceed. Tap the button to select and change the color of Noire's mind space. When her space is to do all the objects will blend in the background and disappears for the time being. Careful, the spikes below will still sever the connection between the puppet and Noire's consciousness. When a space route through, when a safe route through. Springboard lets you jump one tile in the direction. There's it. The springboard lets you jump one tile in the direction you're moving. Use it to cross the spike safely. Watch out for the green blocks ahead. They are stacked in a way that can be pushed. Find a way to make them disappear for the time being. With this green. Yeah. Oh. That is button to climb the Congress staircase. Destination is just ahead. Reach it when creativity and inventiveness will spring to life with a new day. Spider. There you go. Reach the destination. Last one. Wait, how many? 7. Yeah, sure. Last one. Below chapter 2. Part 2. Now, Miss Noire, vitals are stabilizing. You should begin immediately. I'm sorry, but the patient is still unconscious. She can't answer your questions right now. Lou, 1982. Was it right? 1980? Not mistaken? Might be wrong though. Wait, 1980 is the same time when Liang Wei got Chang Yang ward. The instant Noire opens her eyes, agony ripples through her body, fracturing into a haze of static, clears to reveal a sterile blue hospital. But her own suffering is not what first comes to mind. It's the progress of the film. Oh. Her assistant springs to attention the moment she hears Noire's voice, like a puppet pulled up on a string. Lin? This is way further in the future. You're awake? You're awake? You're awake. Her last recollection is vivid. The glare of harsh light, a feeling of weightlessness, the crushing impact, and the sound of shattered glass, pain and panic. It's the progress in the film. The flow of her breath carries the words out of her mouth weakly, still muddied by her scattered dreamlike stupor. The urgency of it overcoming all obstacles.
片場嗰邊
The film is on hold for now. Everyone was too exhausted to go on, so I suggested they go home once. Sigh. The writing team is still brainstorming the big climax. They need more time to get it down. Especially the climactic moments of her latest film, Shadowy Spy, that were failing to meet both her investors and her own expectations. The crew have been running on overtime for months, striving to produce a cut that would satisfy both parties.
而家
Your first priority should be resting up. You need to get home. Your studio that was more than just a workplace for Noir. It was where her thoughts come into alignment. There's so many scripts that giving life.
跟住落嚟
Considering your current state, I think staying here would be the wisest choice. One to repeat yourself, Noir try to set up the first sit-up. Your body doesn't move it. Pain it shoots to her spine, burrowing into her brain, spreads to her arms as if biting through the marrow of her bones until it stops. Flash of pity passes across her restless face. Her legs don't hurt at all. Oh, this is when she lost her legs. They're still there, limply splayed. Wait, no, splayed out under a comfortable gown. Yet no one cannot spur them to move. Oh, it's just that she can't feel it anymore, basically. Then is sitting at the edge of her bed. She seems to wordlessly offer thousands of apologies, but it isn't her fault. Don't remember, do you? The car accident after leaving the scene. You suffered severe nerve damage. Lynn quickly follows up with another statement, trying to soften the blow. But doctors think there might be a chance you can recover. They find the whole instantly. She falls back into the bed, allowing her head to sink fully into the hospital. Police came by while you were out. Doctor said they'll notify them when you wake up. How long do I need to be here? They said you'll have to go through some rehabilitation. I know how long the doctor would wait until you're awake. Noir lifts her chin, attempting along. What about the script? Was in the car with me. What's left of your car will be in the impound lot. Everything inside it is probably going to be evidence, but I printed a fresh copy for you. Let me know if it looks okay. I've also attached some new outlines from the writers for you to go over.
多謝
Thank you. Logic. She takes the script and presses the button on her morphine injector before leafing through the pages. I need to be alone now. Then holds a look at her employer for a brief moment. Alright, get some. And she left. This looks familiar. Panting. Once the door shut, Lynn leans against the hallway corridor, breathing as if she had just avoided her own near-death experience. Wherever she can compose herself, she knows that her colleagues have arranged themselves nearby. So Her Highness has finally awakened. Her Highness. You didn't know like no one? Yeah.
佢咩反應啊
How did she take the news? She seems calm. Of course, she never let herself break down in front of her. Meanwhile, we're one all-nighter away from a meltdown.
喂，你話呢
The thought that she's put us through doesn't kind of make you believe in God. What in the world? Is she that bad? What do you think? Was it someone on the crew behind the wheel of that other car? Place your bets. Doesn't matter how it happened. At least we'll finally get a little break. Oh my goodness. Even Lin doesn't really like her. Maybe not so little. Do you think the film can survive this? As the realization jumps from person to person, all eyes are on it. Then you know that company we asked you to look into. Have you heard anything back from them? Yeah, but the pay definitely would be higher than what we're getting now. Can you handle that? Honestly, I think we're trading years of our lives for this paycheck. I'm not sure. As much hell as this job can be, at least it pays a bill. Each coworker vents their own particular grievances, fading out from the griping. Then Lynn steals a glance through the narrow hospital. I kind of wonder if Noir can hear like all of it. They're still at the front door, by the way. It's closed still, but pretty close. Noir has propped herself up against her pillow, absentmindedly biting down on an empty ballpoint pen, while sketching a storyboard onto the script using the exposed ink cartridge. She has a gather to pull the blanket over her legs. Alright. The guilt creeps in. No matter how bad things could get, complaining about someone at a time like this, everyone should head home and get some rest. Sticking around for Diva, huh? I don't envy you, Lynn. Alright, we'll be off then. Bye. Your farewell is light and casual. Their voices distort as they disappear down the busy hall. I kinda wonder if Lynn actually don't like Noir that much. Oh, green? The door is not soundproof. Oh! I suspected it. But that's brutal. To hear it from your colleagues. Not even your colleagues. Your employees. They're just employees. To me, oh yeah. Of course, I don't care what they say or think. As long as they follow my directions. And they don't impede my vision. But I can't let this reach a point where it interferes with my work. Miss Noir, the nurse just came by with some news. So, having dealt with some paperwork, Lynn returns to the ward to find Noir sitting up in bed with a vacant expression. Her legs are dangling off the side of the bed, and her gown is damply sticking to her legs. What happened? Lynn rushes over. I could use some more water. She knows the thermos on the ground by the bed, steam rising from the top. Oh, did he pour it on her legs? That's probably not good for her legs. Hot water. She hurriedly raised up her hands to grab the thermos, only to realize that Noir's feet are scalding water on the floor. I mean, I can expect that she can still feel the heat has turned the skin on her feet bright red. Ooh, that's not good. Yet her face is blank and emotionless. Does it hurt? Probably not. She knows the answer, but looking at the burns running down her legs, she can't help feel the pain. I didn't feel a thing. Was as if the burnt skin had nothing to do with her at all. She hesitates, her hand slackening, and Noir's legs slide roughly back to the bed. Oh, sorry. What is it?
Sorry,
my hand slipped. What? It tried to touch a leg or something? That's not what I'm asking about. Ron looks at Lynn like she would a reel of film. Do you have something to do with the crash? No. Then why do you have so much blue in your eyes, huh? True. Maybe she does. Because Lynn opens her mouth, the words catching her throat. Oh, excuse me. Lynn opens her mouth, but the words catching her throat, and she avoids answering the question. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't make anything like it. This is how it's always been. When she promised to change, no one stops challenging her. I'm not reprimanding you. I just want to know, why do you keep looking at me like that? There's no anger in your voice at all. Even now, your legs burned, the water on the floor silently spreading beneath the bed. Because I feel bad. Lynn can't bring herself to look in her in the eye. She knows no one will not give up without a chance.
我同情你。
Sympathy. Sympathy. The word hangs over her. Like it's not of reach. Sorry. No need to apologize. Sympathy. I guess I was right after all. The markers of the street. The word on the final blank page. Sympathy. She says it again, stopping this time. Perhaps that's why the perfect climax has always eluded me. Her pen draws rings around the word. The natural motion to is not unsure, but I'm feeling the standard of what it is, but I won't. When I feel him moving, something for the masses, I need this kind of presence for the masses. There's nothing to do with you. She decided.
唔使㗎。
Don't sympathize with me. This accident, it's no big deal. But it won't stop me from making my film. I won't see this as some kind of setback. As long as it doesn't get in the way of filming. The conviction in her words begin to turn into something else. Then it's almost shameful to have felt sorry for her.
Okay.
Okay. She nods. It isn't her place to see her limits, not now. To set her limits. So, what were you saying? No. Lynn looks down at her now empty hands and begins searching the room, spotting the accident report bursting up so the dissipating patch of water must have slid off the table and on the floor during the tumult. The words have always blurred on the waterlogged pages as Lynn yanks on the floor. Sir, accident report. I thought you might want to read it. Notes. No more takes the damp sack, looking straight to the room.
係咩？
Looking straight. I ran a light right. Did I? Was
但
brown.
係我記得明明係綠燈㗎。
No, it was green light all the way. I'm sure of that. He turns to the window, catching sunlight from the trees. Right. Yeah, that's about it. And that is all. Okay. For today, that's all. I just wanna check it. But now I actually need to leave. So yeah, for YouTube, it's a little short. How long is it? 22 minutes. At least I think it is. No, 44 minutes. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining. It's been good. It's been Gucci. I appreciate your time spent here. And I hope to see you soon next time. Because of funky life, funky moment. Roll chest. Thank you again. And this is Raskor signing out for the day. Bye.